Alright boys, so here we are with the main Bristol event, as this will go for the other Bristol race of the doubleheader, as there'll be heat races with LCQ and then into this, as basically all the guys who are in the top 20 in points going into this race were locked into the main event anyway. The rest had to finish in the top 10 in the heats in order to lock in. If they didn't, they had the LCQ, where half the guys in LCQ would be locked in, would have to race their way into this event, or yeah, top 6 finishers of the LCQ in this event. So in total, 44 guys attempted to qualify for this race, and well, in the end, we have a 36 car field. So let's take a look at our starting lineup, as they just did qualifying for the main event after LCQ happened. All right, boys, let's take a look at our starting lineup for this race. So on the pole is the 51 of Hamasaki, who actually got the final transfer spot in the LCQ, so props to her. She was able to get a fast time, able to rebound. Brendan Wilcox is pretty fast, and he's only doing a Bristol Dirt doubleheader, so he's already doing better than Aubrey Scott. Then we got Skylar Taylor in the 45, along with Elijah Willis. Then row 3's got Becca Chang, along with Noah Sewell, who was in that LCQ. Row 4 has Trade Network Studios, along with Colin Cropley, leader of the Empire, who's the winner of Rockingham in the last race. Then we got Karina Sutton, who was also in that LCQ, along with Lincoln Denmark, the points leader. Then we got Mark Winterbaum, along with Willie McGuire, making his first start for Josh Lee Motorsports. Yeah, Josh Lee Motorsports got quite the field going on here. Then we got Ida Carlisle in 53, along with Chris Fortin. Then we got Connor Lemon, who's starting midfield here, as her main concern is where she could finish, as that's been her main concern, because she's been running well, but then things didn't go well in the main race itself. Then we got Phil Johnston in the 60. Then we have Haim Wayne King, who is quite a few points back from his boss Lincoln in the standings. As Haim Wayne King is actually second. So yeah, Denmark is 1-2 in the standings right now, with Jonathan Denmark the odd one out, but he was able to get into the main race, so let's see how he does, along with Josh Lee, and a little bit of a slump from Rockingham. Then we got Joseph Wilson, who's 5th in the standings, along with Joshua Keller, who is actually, right now, stands at, looking at the guys who ran the whole season so far, Joshua Keller is the worst in the standings. I'm not counting Lincoln Lau because he didn't even attempt this race. Lincoln Denmark in the 81. No, Jonathan Denmark, sorry. Then we got Ronnie Ann Santiago alongside him. Then John Ryan on the upswing as of late, along with McBride, who won his heat. No, he didn't win his heat, sorry. He got in. Akini Makudu is the one who won heat 2. Then with Derek Jeter, 3rd in the standings. Let's see how he does. Then we got Jazz Lee in the 64, along with Kerry Spinner, the wild card, the loose cannon. Then we got Damian Kyle Wood for Josh Lee Motorsports. See how he does here. See if he will finally get points this time. He got 0 points from finishing dead last in Phoenix because of Lincoln Loud. But no Lincoln Loud in sight, so let's see how Damian Kyle does. Then we got Michael Hoax in the 36. And then we got Season 2 champ Rowan Heidfeld alongside Jordan O'Ellish. Then we got Martin Stone along with Mitchell Hodak. And then riding out of the field here is Catherine Cantara, Colin Cropley's mom, with Carson Kukowski finishing dead last amongst the guys who made it into the main race. So let's see how you do here. 36 cars, 50 laps. Oh man, this is going to be wild, boys. Alright, boys, let's take a look at the starting lineup for this race. Oh boy, so starting lineup. Summary. 50 laps, 36 cars, green flag racing. Did I accidentally say, whatever. It is what it is. Yep, fairly clean so far. That's going to be a main concern. 36 guys. It was a bit chaotic in the heats. Surprisingly, there was only one spin within those heats. There weren't even a crash in LCQ. It is what it is. So quite the field so far on lap 2. Hamasaki holding up her lead. I forgot how she did. She did well in her first race in Phoenix. So She's kept that speed going. Had a rough time in the heats, but was able to rebound and then got on pole for the main event. As Skylar Taylor is chasing her down. Skylar Taylor, let's talk about him right quick. Skylar Taylor, quite the mid-season, but you know, it is what it is. And alright, and unfortunately, Skylar Taylor, well, wasn't able to Taylor's been bringing in a few extra teammates, which I don't know if they're here for the rest of the season or what. I'll have to look at that later. But Taylor is looking. Oh boy, there's Wild back here behind him. But Skylar Taylor in the 45. He's bringing 3 more guys. Though 2 of them have their own team, with one of them being his teammate. With one of the entries being his teammate. We'll see how that goes as the season goes on. But they weren't able to prep in time for the Bristol doubleheader. But they will be there for Airbase. Which Airbase, depending on how many guys attempt that race, there will be a little LCQ thing for the top 30, right? For like guys who aren't in the top, basically the top 25 thing again. The top 25 will be in place for Airbase, depending on how many guys are confirmed for Airbase. But we'll get to that when we get to that. We'll be focusing on doubleheader for now. As yeah, they were pretty wild back there just for 5th, as they're spread out now. It's Colonel Cropley doing fairly well. Elijah Wilson to 47. I think that's the Loud House character. I don't know. I don't know all of them. I know it through Google. So, yeah, wow, they are spread out for the top 5. They're fairly packed back here. Damien Kyle Wood, oh boy, not too well. Who started this race dead last? Was it Kukowski? Kukowski making moves. So there's been quite a shift back here. The top 5's been relatively the same as they start to spread out throughout this race. Oh boy, there's a crash. Oh no, the 0-2 I think almost got a piece of it. Oh no, it's the loose cannon carry spinner with season 2 champ Rowan Heidfeld. Cautions out. As things are spreading out, oh boy, you know that the 51 Hamasaki is a bit upset about that. Skylar Taylor probably a little bit relieved, but then again, with how chaotic these restarts are, this might not have been a blessing. Who knows? All right, look at what happened here with Heidfeld. Oh no, he got in contact with Wilson and he slipped. Oh jeez, tried to gather it back up. The way the car was sliding around. Kantara might have gotten a piece of that. We got it one more time. Ah, yeah, no, Heidfeld went up into Wilson. And with the way Wilson reacted, like, they sort of, like, Wilson sliding. Oh my gosh, Kantara did get a piece of spinner. Alright, look at that 60th Phil Johnston. Oh my gosh. That was a rough ride. Really rough ride there, folks. There's Kantara. Oh, she got a piece of Heidfeld, and then, oh, jeez, that's a rough one. Okay, so apparently, quite a predicament here. So, pit cycle's out of whack. I think some guys pitted and others opted out. Somehow caused, like, a bunch of the field to be lapped already under pit cycle. So, Keller. No, not Keller. Let's see. What's the top 5 right now? Oh, never mind. The top 5. Oh, my gosh. So Hamasaki, the 51, is the leader. So the leader, all these guys are like lapped down or so. This is confusing. Okay, pit cycle's out of whack. Great. Hamasaki, the 51, is the actual leader. What is going on here? The 51. So the battle right now for the lead is the 51 of Hamasaki back here with 69 of Jeter. And the 47, no, hang on. Top 5 is Hamasaki, Jeter, Sutton. So these guys, I guess they were just too... the timing when they got out with the pace car, I guess, is mixed up. So all these guys are lap cars, essentially. So Jeter is in the lead. What is going on? So the real leader is Jeter in the 69. This is weird. Yep, no, well, Hoax is the new leader in the 36. I'm struggling to keep track of what's going on here. So the real leader is Hoax. Jeter in the 69 fell off. Half the field is like a lap down. I think. Oh, nah, a lot of them just got their lap back. This is wonky, guys. This is just wonky. But it is what it is. So Hoax is the leader. We're going to be following him. Cropley, as of now, is still in the lead lap. I don't know what... Wow. Just pit cycles for you, man. Pit cycles. As he just lapped Cropley, his boss. And there goes Josh Lee getting lapped as well. John Ryan in second, so at least like John Ryan making moves, catching up to Hoax. Bunch of lap cars here. So that might have been a pit cycles as the pace car got out and whatnot. Because pitting here, oh my gosh, the 47 of Willis, and there's damage. Oh man, there was an accident there coming out of turn 2 from afar. Hoax is the leader. I wonder if the guys who just passed them stay on the lead lap. I get a cycle around. Who knows? 47 with damage. Oh my, Wilson with damage too. All right, let's look at this. Let's assess the damage. Yeah, so that lap stuff was confusing. I guess it's just pits like. Oh my gosh, 69 Jeter took him out. Jeter is so dead. Oh my gosh, what a collision. Kentaro involved again, so it still involved the guys from the first caution. Looking at Hamasaki there. Yeah, Jeter just really aggressive to get back to the lead, get his lap back. Going by all those lap cars that just got in the 47 of Willis. And Jazz Lee just all the way in the outside in the dust area. And Elijah Lewis slid back down. Heidfeld nowhere to go. Slams into him. And Ellis with damage too. And then Wilson collided with the 16. Just domino effect. Taylor got a piece of it at the end. Oh man, at least he got back going. That's rough for Taylor. Alright, looking at Skylar Taylor. And yeah, look at all that. What a dude. That was a lot that went down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, nowhere to go. He just slid right into him. And then it was just domino from there. Oh, man. Alright, boys, with the lap stuff making sense again, now the lap cars sort of line up accordingly. That restart there was confusing, because a lot of guys who pitted later and got out, they couldn't beat the pace car, so they were stuck behind the pace car, and then the leader was just behind all of them. So that's quite a few lap cars. Let's count the lap cars right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 lap cars. Let's see a top 5 going to restart. Michael Hoaxon at 36. John Ryan at 39. Phil Johnson 60. Mark Winterbaum. Great race. With Hamasaki, the pole sitter on 5th. As they head to the restart, let's see how lap cars fare here. Josh Lee already making a pass on Hoax to get his lap back. Can Cropley do the same? Looks like he will. Oh no, disaster spill. Oh no. Lincoln Denmark got wiped out in the backstretch. Into the yellow flag. And it looks like Josh Lee and Cropley are back on the lead lap. So props to them, but that's a yikes from, I think, Wilson. Oh, Keller with damage, major damage. Ellish, Ellish's damage, either he got involved again or has damage from the previous incident. Points leader, Lincoln Denmark in trouble amongst the mid-pack. Alright, here's the restart. What happened? Denmark. Oh, went up in the... Oh, it's like the first accident with Heidfeld. Oh, my. Slid up. And... Oh, Guitar. Oh, my gosh. Is that Guitar? Oh, a separate accident happened. Alright, look at what happened. Yeah. He slides up in a Stone. Stone held his line, though. So, Denmark loses control. But McBride is right there. Oh, man. That's a rough one. Then he hits the wall. Surprisingly, not much damage. Goes spinning for ages. I'm surprised everyone avoided him. Then a separate accident happens. We'll see that in a second. Yep, that's Guitar. Oh, that's where the Denmark's rear damage came from. There's a separate accident with Keller and Ellis, which is major. And Kukowski just gets by that too. That is rough. So yeah, 16 avoids that. What happened here? Oh, Ellis went down. Oh my gosh, Ellis just went down. I guess Ellis must have underestimated the slide they were getting, because as Ellis stops this slide, he just went down right into Keller and right rear hooked him. Now looking at here, yep. Yeah, he underestimated that slide and he just, oh jeez, that's a hard hit for Keller. And, oh jeez. That's gonna hurt for sure. Alright, boys. Top 5 going to the restart is Hoax, Ryan. Basically, actually, it's the exact same. They didn't really make much moves. And yeah, Josh Lee and Cropley are back on the lead lap. So look at them go. As oh boy, Jonathan Denmark. Oh my, the first 2 lap cars slid up into him. That's going to cause some problems. You keep it clean back there. Someone is way off pace. Who was that? Dude, Wilson with no speed as they were... wow, Wilson with no speed as they were going back. As they were bunching back up. And he's pitting. Actually, I think he pitted. Ellis is pitting too. Those 2 have major damage. Wait, did Ellis call it quits? I don't know. But as it stands now, John Denmark, back on the lead lap. He's going to have to hope for a caution here or drive off to the sunset. Who knows? Though knowing how chaotic this race is, his prayers will be answered soon enough, I bet you. Oh, I almost did there with Carlisle. Almost getting taken out by, I can't tell. Oh boy, 3 wide. John Ryan's fallen back to 4th. Quite a few lap cars making passes here, so I'm going to have to look through the leaderboard to see who is where. As, oh boy, Ellis just pinned again. So, oh boy. They're doing that cycle of just pitting. Hoax in the lead with Becca Chang. Oh, Becca Chang's a lap down. So, second is Phil Johnston in the 60. Essentially, he's the second entry for Heidfeld's team. So far, Johnston's not had a good season. In fact, I think Johnston has a DNQ. I might be wrong, but he has a DNQ. As, oh boy, Johnston, a bit aggressive. They're starting to spread out a bit. So yeah, those restarts are wild. At least this one they've been able to get through. But I bet you the next 3-ride situation might be a caution. Who knows? John Ryan in that 39 is falling back to 5th. Second is Phil Johnston. Third is 65 of Karina Sutton. Oh no, now that goes to... Uh-oh! Carlisle a bit aggressive on her teammate. Oh boy, and those 2 may want to chill out. No, but then again, there's still competition. Let's see. Uh-oh! Oh boy! Oh boy! John Ryan and Mark Winterbaum sort of like a bit aggressive back there. Almost took him out. Oh, Hamasaki almost taking out Fortin. Remember, once it's 5 to go. Next lap ends it. Next lap ends it? That sounded wrong. That sounded better in my head. I don't know. I feel like I said that wrong. So, there's Johnson. Oh, wait a minute. Santiago, running at Santiago in the 42, making moves. What does she come from? She's just making moves fast. Though no one can really catch Hoax just off to the sunset. Unless mistakes are made or a caution comes out. No one's catching her. No one's catching him. Fairly clean, though, for the most part, for the rest of this race. Though, it's been wild for... Not only for the top 10 around there. They're fairly spread out. And there's Ellis and Wilson. They're still... Yeah, they've just been pitting non-stop. I guess they're still trying to get some laps in. I guess this strategy, which was done by Josh Keller at the season opener at Hillside. 6. Wow, yeah, 6 laps down. Jazz Lee's a lap down. Looking at lap cars, let's see. For 5 to go. Uh-oh. Oh, Joseph Wilson back on it. Oh, boy! Wayne King sliding up. That almost ended a disaster for him. I thought he would slide. Little grip. These guys have a bit more grip on the dirt than usual, so they were able to pick up on their skids better, or whenever they get loose exiting turns. But honestly, if it weren't for that, there'd be more cautions, because these guys, they've been sort of bumping each other, going sideways out of turn 2. With 3 to go, yeah, like, Hoax is untouchable as long as things keep clean back here. But then again, at this point on, next flag ends the race. Unless they just pit on a caution with like 2 to go for whatever reason, I don't know. As there is the 50. Wait, yeah, there's Hoax in the 36. He is untouchable right now. Look at him go. Into the final lap. Yep, final lap. No one could catch Hoax. Let's keep a focus on him. Yeah, lap car's getting away now. And just like that, Michael Hoax is getting his first career win in the Iron War Series. At Bristol Dirt, let's look at the rest of the top 10. Santiago, Johnston, McBride, and Winterbottom with that clutch top 5 finish. Look at him go. Oh my word. They're bunching up back there. Yeah, that was amazing. What a finish, guys. What a finish. Alright, well, let's take a look at the results for this race. Should be an interesting one. Alright, boys, here are the results for this race. This race. I don't know what to say about this race. But congrats to Michael Hoax. As Michael Hoax, I think his first start was at the halfway point of Season 2 of the Iron Warrior series. And it was an odd one. But here, running the full season, he gets his first win, which really helps him towards the championship. But anyways, by the way, I just realized we've had 5 different winners so far this season. Wow. Anyway, so he wins. Second is Ranieri Santiago, clutch second place finish. The only Loud House character with any competence this season. McBride with a top 5. Winterbomb 5th, for not bad for a V Supercars driver. 6th is Korea Sutton, and look who is 7th. Connor Lemon, finally getting the top 10. I mean, well, this is her second top 10 of the season, but this is her first race without any trouble whatsoever. Like, she was clean throughout the heats. And, well, cleaned out the race. She was able to avoid trouble, which not much big crashes in this. So, it is what it is. But yeah, Connor Lemon with that clutch 7th place finish. That'll help boost her up in the standings, as she had a rough start in the standings. She had to race her way into the main race because of where she was in the standings going into this race. Maybe that changes here. Who knows? 8th is John Ryan, who's still on a bit of a hot streak. 9th is Hamasaki, the pole sitter, and then Heim Wing King right out of the top 10. That will help him in the point standings, considering where his boss Lincoln finished at the end of this race, but we'll get to that in a minute. Martin Stone, 11th. 12th is Chris Fortin. 13th is William McQuire, who made his pretty good for his debut with Josh Lee Motorsports. Lincoln, Denmark, winds up 14th after all this. See how that went. Mitchell Hodax wound up 15th. Josh Lee 16th. 17th, Kenny Mukuru. With Colin, by the way, props to Josh Lee and Colin Cropley getting their lap back after that little pit cycle debacle from the first caution, where a bunch of them were behind a pace car in danger of just getting lapped. So props to Josh Lee and Cropley for just, getting their lap back that way. Props to Jonathan Denmark for actually riding off to the sunset and getting his lap back on speed. Though unfortunately he didn't really make up any position because caution never came out, but it is what it is. Still looks good on paper. Cropley there. Jeter, third in points, wound up 19th. Gukowski finished dead last, wound up 20th. Props to him. Trade Network Studios, 21st. The loose cannon, Harry Spinner, who I think got damaged. He was from the first caution there. Damian Cowwood, 24th. At least got points this time. So 23 guys on the lead lap. 26 of Brandon Wilcox. Even though, things didn't go too well for him in the end, but it is what it is. Carlisle in the 53. Finishes 27th. Then we got Noah Sewell, 28th. Skylar Taylor wound up in incident or 2, but hey, not a good day for him, but it is what it is. Jasley, 30th. And Jonah Ellish and Wilson, with their damage, they just started pitting over and over, getting some laps, because I guess they just didn't want to retire. They wanted to make as many positions as possible, which, honestly, considering how chaotic this race was, they could have made up a few more positions if a few more guys crashed out. So, not a terrible strategy, and they stay out the way for the most part. Kentara, oh, okay. So when I see. So when Kentara, because Kentara kept scraping, started clipping our cars as she passed by. I guess when she clipped Denmark, it was a hit too far, a hit too many, and wound up retiring from too much damage. Keller was destroyed. Willis destroyed as well, and this is not needed for a Season 2 champ. What a championship hangover by Rowan Heidfeld. Which, by the way, yeah. So that's it for this one. The other race will be happening. Well, honestly, these teams are camping out for Bristol, so the race will be happening pretty fast. But as for this one, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Kudos. That's about it.